Happy Easter, everybody. So after that happened yesterday, I took off out of here. I was cutting this hemlock right there, and I saw kind of bound in that notch I made a little bit, so I just let it go. It's usually not a big deal. It's a lot better than trying to grab it out of there. If it gets smashed, you know, you're out a bunch of money, but it's not worth getting in the way of that tree. Well, while I was watching that saw and it was running, I never even heard this one, this big maple. It came right down, almost took me out. I was standing right here, so it literally couldn't have been any closer. I mean, that's a big tree. That base of that trunk is probably 16 inches around. This is probably 12 inches here, and this chunk here is probably 8 inches there. I mean, it landed right directly on the stump of that hemlock that I had just cut. So I was in disbelief. I was trying to figure out why this one fell. I was working my way this way. I hadn't even touched this one yet. So looking back in the video, you can see where this maple is kind of leaning downhill already. It wasn't in the hemlock that I was cutting. It wasn't even close, so I never thought anything of it. But the fact that it was leaning, and this ground's a little soft, and the force of that hemlock being as big as it is hitting the ground, as soon as that hit the ground, this one let loose. You can see it ripped the roots right out of the ground, lifted the whole root ball right up through the dirt here. It's all mounded up. I cut into it a little bit yesterday before I left, and it is rotten in the middle. You can see there, but I think it was just, you know, I stood here for a couple minutes just you know, being thankful I did not get hit by that. It would have drove me right in the ground, I think. But I kept wondering, you know, was it the wind? It was a little breezy yesterday, but down in here there was like no wind hardly at all. So I just couldn't figure out. It would have been, I spent a lot of time in the woods while it's windy, you know, on the golf course, everywhere else, and it's pretty rare you see a tree fall while you're out there, you know, hunting, whatever. I'm always out in the woods, windy or not, and it just didn't make sense to me. So I came back over to look today, and I reviewed the video a bunch of times last night, and it just has to have been that was already kind of ready to fall, and cutting this big hemlock so close to it, as soon as that hit the ground and shook the ground, this thing let loose. And it's just unbelievable that that was that close. I mean, that's big maple, that's heavy wood. It'd break your neck, your spine. It'd definitely, if it didn't kill you, you'd wish you were dead. So anyway, really thankful that I get to be here for another Easter. And lesson learned, you gotta be really careful. Always watch your surroundings. It was kind of like a perfect storm, because as I was watching that saw, I wasn't paying attention to that other tree, and the saw was still running, so I couldn't hear that one coming down. And I mean, it was just a perfect storm, but it worked out perfectly too, that where I was standing was safe. So No worse for the wear, but definitely took a little break from felling over here. Got a lot more to put on the ground, but we'll do that this week sometime, and everybody just stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Holy crap. Holy crap. Nope, I'm done. How the fuck did that fall?
Yeah.